Alright, hi, good day everyone. So today we are going to be doing January 2025 paper 2 number 7 question. Right, so Jan 2025 number 7 paper 2 number 7, whatever you want to call it. Right, the first thing is they said a sequence of patterns is made of dots and lines of unit length, right? Unit length just means one length, right? Some of these lines form squares. The first three diagrams in the sequence are shown below. So you see this one, you see this one, you see this, and you see this. So they're just basically adding this little piece here. This, the square, and next part going to the side, one part going down, and two dots. Right? You see the third diagram. Then they ask you add more lines and dots in the diagram below to show the fourth diagram. So I'll do this in red. Right, so the fourth diagram, you're gonna draw a square. And then I'm gonna draw a straight line. So although we're not seeing it, I'll erase it after, just so that around, so it'll be more in the middle. And then we have the next one going like this. Right. And then I'm gonna just use my eraser to erase this part in the middle. Right, and then we're gonna take dots. Right, we have hold on, I did something wrong. We're not supposed to have an extra line there. Just erase. They're supposed to be actually here. Then you would add your dots. Let's put this in the red. There, there, and there. Right, and that is how this diagram, the fourth diagram, would look. Right? Okay, let's go to the next one, which is the chart that is give you. The number of dots D and the number of lines of unit length from each diagram L forms a pattern. The value of D and L for the first three diagrams are written in the table below. Study the pattern of numbers in each row of the table. So first off, we are going to use the formula. First, let's see if they're increasing constant by a constant, right? Or they have a common difference. Difference 5 and 8, you have to add 3. 8 and 11, you still have to add 3. So the common difference for D is 3. And then this one, 8 and 15 is 7. And 15 plus 7 is 22. So the common difference for number of lines is 7. So your common difference, or D, is equals to 3, and for the number line, your common difference, or D, is equal to 7. That is important for the formula. What formula? When we have a arithmetic arithmetic sequence, the formula we use is an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 by d, where n is the term that you're looking at, a1 is your first term in a sequence, and d is a common difference, which we found. Alright, so if you look at this, we can actually do this rule because it's the fourth one. 11 plus 3 is 14, so this is 14 here, and 22 plus 7 is equals to 29. Right, so this one is easy. Right, before we do part 2, I always like to find the nth term, which they always ask for, and that's part 3. Right, so I'm going to use the formula to find out what is the formula for this and what is the formula for this. Right, so let's do for a number of dots. First, number of dots. Alright, the a1, which is the first term, would be 5, and the common difference is 3. We just substitute it into the equation. So if I want an, would be 5 plus n minus 1 by 3. So the n term would be 5 plus 3n minus 3. So an is going to be 5 minus 3, which is 2. 2 plus 3n. And that would be the formula for number of dots. 2 plus 3n. Now, for number of lines, we have a1 being your first term in your sequence, which is 8, and d being your common difference, which is 7. Alright, and you're going to put it into the formula that we know, the red one that we have here. So an, which is your nth term we're looking at, is equal to your first term, which is 8, plus n minus 1. We're looking at the n term, so it will be n minus 1 by 7. So an would be 8 plus 7n minus 7. So that is an is equals to is equals to 7n plus 1. And 8 minus 7 is 1. So that would be the formula for this. Now we could always check to make sure that we're correct. When n is equals to 4, that's 2 plus 3 by 4 is 12. 12 plus 2 is 14. So we see that it works. And let's check out this one. Plus the 4, 7. 4 is 28. 28 plus 1 is 29. So it does work. Right, now that we have found this is pretty easy to do. Part 2 says when the number of dots is 59, what is your diagram? Right, and in other words, what is n? Right, so we will say 59 is equals to the formula 3n, I'll use 3n plus 2. Right, so that's 59 minus 2, or subtract 2, is equals to 3n. 59 minus 2 is equal to, let me just go down, 57. So 57 is equals to 3n. 57 is equals to 3n. So n would be 57 divided by 3. If I carry across, multiply by 3. Opposite of multiply 3 is divide by 3. I am going to get 19. So my n term is 19. And then now that I found out that n is equals to 19, this is pretty easy. You put 7 multiplied by 19 plus 1. 7 multiplied by 19 is 133. 133 plus 1 is 134. And that would be the answer for this question right here. So n is equals to 19. So you substitute it into the equation 7n plus 1, which is 7 by 19, plus 1, which is 1 to the 3, plus 1, which is 1 to the 4. And that would be the answer for this. Let's read the last question. One of the diagrams in the sequence has 148 lines. Calculate the number of dots in his diagram. So we know that number of lines, the formula for number of lines is this, 7n plus 1. So we want to find out what is n, and if we find out n, we'll find out how many, we could calculate how many dots. Alright, so 7n plus 1 7n plus 1 is equals to 148. So 7n is equals to 148 minus 1. So 7n is equals to 147. So 147 divided by 7 is 21. So the n, how many what sequence it is? 147 divided by 7 is equals to 21. So that is for number of lines. If I want to find for number of dots is 2 plus 3n, which is 2 plus 3 by 21, which is 2 plus 63, which is equals to 65. So what is the number of dots in the diagram that has 148 lines? 65. And that is how you would do this question. Let's just go down. 65 equals to 65. Right, and that is the end of number 7 for January 2025 paper 2.